What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to D+Pad Life, and today we're going to talk about my Black Friday pickups. I'm usually a pretty heavy Black Friday shopper, but admittedly, this year I did not go nearly as hard. I shopped at two different places. I got one game off of Amazon, and then I got three games from the GameStop buy two, get one free sale. And then I got a Christmas gift early. Me and my pals are doing a Secret Santa deal, and they just shipped it to me directly. So I got it early. I don't live in the same state that most of them do. This here is just a stack to help hold these up to maintain the mystery of what it is I picked up. If you've got a sharp eye and you've been watching for a while, you might have noticed some of these on the shelf already, because I did already put them on my shelf, but I didn't announce them. So this is their formal introduction. So we're going to go in order, I think, of maybe like the most interesting or the least, not so much the least interesting to the most interesting, but these three are from the GameStop sale. This is a game I ordered from Amazon, and this is the early Christmas gift. I'll just leave it at that. So let's just jump right into it. In case you're wondering, this is Blood and Truth. This is going to be the next VR game I'm playing. After I'm done filming this, I'll be jumping into some VR, and I'm going to jump right into this one. I'm pretty excited to take that for a spin. But again, these are just to help balance these and keep these upright. Ooh, they're shifting. Ooh. Okay, let's jump into it. So the first game is Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. This is my early Christmas gift from a good friend of mine. He's one of my best friends in the world. I love that dude. Shout out to my boy Ryan. Yeah, this is a really cool game to add to the collection. So I have played this before and I have beaten it. Our local libraries up here carry video games, and so I was able to get my hands on this not long after it came out, actually. And I've already beaten this game, but I've wanted to go back and actually like complete it. I want to collect everything. I thought the game was really, really good. Fun fact about me is I am a massive Jet Set Radio fan. I still call it Jet Grind Radio. I've been playing it since the Dreamcast. It's Jet Grind Radio as far as I'm concerned. But Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is incredible. If you haven't played this yet, it's definitely worth checking out. I'm sure all physical copies still come with these, but I got a bunch of really awesome stickers with mine. These are graffiti that actually appear in the game, and they're super slick. Yeah, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is fantastic. I mean, it's not a perfect game. Like, the combat system is a little wonky, but, that's the thing. Jet Grind Radio and Jet Set Radio Future didn't really have a real combat system. It was just kind of sneak up on the enemy, maybe knock them down, and then spray paint them. This has more of like a legitimate combat system that I'll say it's a good foundation. They could definitely build off of it. One of the things I really loved about this one, though, is it's not just rollerblading. There's also BMX bikes, and there's also skateboards, which, like, yeah, duh, like, obviously, right? I'm really hoping that they make another one of these. I'd love to play a sequel. But yeah, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, not added to the backlog, just added to the collection, which, man, I'm all here for that. I love this game. So, really great gift. All right, so the next game I picked up was off of Amazon. This is a fairly new release. As far as I'm aware, it's like brand new, but I think it might be like a month or two old by now. I guess I just didn't really realize. But this went on sale for $20, and so I snagged it. RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business. And if you've been paying attention, RoboCop Rogue City is in the backlog. Now, that is a game that I did start a file on. I got like 4 or 5 levels deep, and then I just got distracted by other stuff, but I was loving the game. I'm definitely going to start it over if I return to, or not if, when I return to it. And getting this kind of gets me excited to go back to RoboCop and it makes me feel like to prioritize it a little bit more. Because now that I have 2 entries in the same series, it's like, well, I may not want to play them back to back because that can lead to some fatigue. But if I play RoboCop sooner, then I can play a few things in between, and then eventually I can get to this. I could have waited around and maybe seen if this game got a little cheaper, but I kind of bought it for the same reason that I bought Rogue City to begin with, is that I just don't trust that this is going to get like a crazy large print run. I could be wrong. Rogue City, I think, did a lot better than I gave it credit for, But I have a concern that somewhere down the road, these two games are going to be pretty collectible and hard to come by, especially this one. I don't know. Something just tells me this one might be hard to come by, but maybe I'm wrong. Either way, I really enjoyed what I had played of Rogue City, so I'm looking forward for the chance of digging in deeper and just knowing that they have set up so much story that there's already like this expansion. They don't really call it a sequel; they call it an expansion. Um, is great. I mean, that's great. It's like, wow, they're really onto something here. So, yeah, it's got me more fired up to go back. The only thing I wish they did better were these spines. These spines are hideous. Like, ugh, I hate when they just do basic font when they've got such a cool logo like that. So, yeah, this was my first pickup off of Amazon, $20. I tried my best. I was honestly really not trying to participate in too much shopping this year for a couple reasons. I've mentioned very early on in my channel's life that I got big boy bills right now. There's just a life situation going on that's requiring a lot of financial backing. And so, again, nothing that like I'm in danger or anything like that, but it's just a large investment. So getting games, it's not entirely out of the picture, but I got to be wise with my decisions. So I don't know. Maybe I could have waited on this one, but hey, it is what it is. One thing I will say that was very odd is this came to me not wrapped in plastic. I ordered it from Amazon and there was a piece of plastic like hanging off right here. In fact, there's still a little bit left. And then there was this giant sticker on the back, almost as if this was a return. I was pretty disappointed by that. I've never had that happen before with Amazon. I'm not going to make a big stink about it, but I'm going to be mindful of this. I mean, I buy used games all the time. So if this was a return, it's honestly not that big of a deal. I would have paid $20 for this used, but yeah, it's just a little off-putting. I don't shop at Amazon to get used games. You know what I mean? So next up is the buy two, get one free deal at GameStop. And it was really tough to narrow it down to just 3 games. There was a few things there I wanted, but I also didn't care to spend a lot of money. So ultimately, I settled on this. What I will say is this was at regular price. This was $18, and this was like $34. I do have a pro membership. I take advantage of that $5 off coupon every month. It works out for me. Kind of gets me in there doing a little shopping just to kind of give myself a little treat once a month. I did not have that for November, though. I'd already bought Dead Rising 4 Frank's Big Package. But the point of saying that is these actually got knocked down in price. So this was like $33.38, I think. And this was like $17.01. I think both of these were $17.01. So again, one was free. So my total was like, I think $58 after taxes or something like that. But here's the thing. Here's the first game I picked up. Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. So for anyone who's been following the channel, you know I started this recently on the PlayStation 4. And I figured if I'm going to play the game, I might as well play the PS5 version, but I really wasn't willing to spend the money on the PS5 version, especially after I started the game and I have not actually been that impressed by it. But here's the thing. With this buy two, get one free, and with me being able to sell my original PS4 version now, this game basically cost me like $14. And I thought, man, for $14, I'll do that. Because it's a $10 upgrade for the digital upgrade for the PS5 version. So I thought for $4 more, I get it on physical. I'm here for it. Let's do that. So like I just said, I've played about 3 hours of this and I'm not exactly impressed by it. It's fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. I'm hoping it'll pick up. Someone did comment on my community post that it definitely picks up. They're like, once you get past that trial, the game really gets interesting. So I'm going to stick with it. If I can give Okami 11 and a half hours and not be super gripped by it pretty much the entire time, I can give this like at least 7 or 8 hours. I'm probably going to give it a little bit more, but I've actually just been kind of shocked on just how basic it is. It kind of feels like every game that's out there, you know, big open world where you scavenge and collect to craft. Yeah. My voice kind of cracked there because I was trying not to burp. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm sure it's super critically acclaimed, so I would assume it's got more going on than I'm giving it credit for, or that I've bore witness to. So, I'm really getting excited to meet these things here. I actually think they're super cool looking. I know you just climb them to reveal like areas of the map, which people complain about, but I actually don't mind that. I don't play a lot of games that do that. So when I come across a game that does, it actually doesn't bother me that much. So that's our pile so far. What else did I get? Visions of Mana. Now, here's the thing. I don't know very much about this game. I've been playing the Of Mana games since I was a kid, but I have not ever beaten any, and I have not ever gotten crazy far in any of them. However, I was watching a YouTuber I really enjoy named FemTrooper, and she was talking about this game, and she said it was really, really good. I don't know if I necessarily have the same taste as her or not, but the way she described the game, and then when I looked on the back of it and just saw how like vibrant and colorful it was, it just, I don't know. I just felt really open-minded to giving it a try. And like I said, with the sale, with the buy two get one free and me selling my PS4 copy of Horizons, this was only $14, and this is a fairly new release, so I felt pretty good about it. This game is actually worth like $30. That's something I failed to mention. I got it for 14, but it's worth like roughly 30. I got this for 14 and it's worth like $22, $24. So doing really good already on that. Yeah, not much to say. If you've got anything to say about Visions of Mana, please comment it below. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this game. I'd love to hear maybe a little bit about it. No spoilers, please, but definitely curious, definitely interested, and really excited to dig into it. I don't have a lot of like action RPGs, so this is something different for me. Just something I wanted to give a try. I don't know. I looked at it and I said, you know what? Let's do it. And I don't do that very often, so let's see if it plays in my favor. Okay. I thought I had something else to say about that, but I don't. Okay, so this game, now keep in mind, I got this game for $14 also. This game is a very new release, and it goes for already like $45 on average used, which is kind of nuts. I didn't realize it had dropped down in that price so much already. But this is one I've been wanting since launch. I just did not allow myself to buy it. All right, enough anticipation. Bam! Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, the tactical edition. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to digging into this. I don't think it's going to happen soon. I've got a lot of other games on the radar, but getting it for $14, it's going to be a while until I can find this again for $14. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. Back in the day, I was a major Metal Gear Solid fan, like just huge. It was one of my favorite series out there. But with time, I don't know, I lost interest in the series. So I'm really hoping that this new the remakes that they're doing will kind of help bring me back in. I do have the Masters Collection, which I've honestly thought about playing them that way, but I don't know. I think I'm going to check this version out first. I'm going to go back into it with this. This will be my reintroduction to the Metal Gear Solid franchise, because truth be told, MGS3, it's such a popular one and so many people consider it to be their favorites. I've never been too crazy about it. It's not like I dislike it. It's just I greatly prefer 2. I love 2. And 1 is like a childhood classic of mine. I freaking adore 1. 3, I don't know, man. It didn't grip me like those 2 did. I'm not sure what it's about, what it is about it. So I'm hoping now, it's been so many years since I last touched Metal Gear Solid 3, that coming into it, I'm hoping to be revitalized. I'm hoping to find a deeper appreciation for it. We'll see. But I'm definitely excited to add this one. This is like a major acquisition for the collection. I couldn't pass up on it. Praise be to Konami for hopefully getting their act together and giving us good games again. I really liked Silent Hill 2. I thought Silent Hill 2 was really good. A little too long, but really good. Silent Hill F, I didn't love it, but I did like it. I thought it was all right. I could see me playing it again in the future. It has enough going on with it that I appreciate that I'd want to revisit it. I played so much of it that I have nostalgia for it like already. So at some point I'll get back into that. But this was like one of their major releases since their return to the gaming scene. So I'm really hoping to see more great things from Konami. I hear it's rumored that they're going to do a remake of Metal Gear Solid 1, and truth be told, I'm all here for it. If this is good and it's anything like this, say less. You know what I mean? I'm definitely down. So, yeah, I got so many good games added to the collection, and something I'm really excited for is that these are all PS5 games. Like, that's really great. I am loving collecting for the PS5 personally. I know the PS5 gets a lot of grief. People are just upset that it doesn't have like more exclusives, and they feel like the generation is being wasted on remakes or games that are still coming out on PS4. But I don't know, man. I didn't buy the PS5 because I needed like this new system. I bought the PS5 because it was the best PS4 money could buy, and it plays PS5 games. So I've been extremely satisfied by it. So adding a bunch of games to the collection feels really great. So Horizon Zero Dawn is going to go on the currently playing section. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is going to go into the beaten games section. And these three are going to go into the backlog. So backlog is growing. Kind of sucks. I just knocked off 2 games from the backlog, but I added 3. It's kind of funny how that works, but eventually we'll start offsetting that. We will, I promise. So that's all I got for this video, guys. Leave some comments below, please. If you've played any of these and you've got some fun opinions to share, I'd be interested to see what y'all thought of Delta. Again, no spoilers, but even though I have played the original, it's been so long. Visions of Mana, I'm really curious if you guys have played. RoboCop, I don't really need to hear much about, honestly. I'm stoked to play that one, but yeah, and tell me what you guys think about Horizon Zero Dawn. Does it get better? Because I'm not very impressed by the start of that game. And I want to be. So, in any case, appreciate you guys for hanging out. As always, check you guys on the next one. Make sure you tune back into D+Pad Life. Take care, everyone.